Hi guys, welcome to my September plan with me video. I can't believe I'm doing September's pages so soon, but here we are. I've gone for an owl, chalkboard, a little bit of a back to school theme for September. And stay tuned as I unveil the Just Doodling a Daily in September theme. But as usual, I will start through a flip through of what August looked like for my pages. I'm getting better at my monthly, guys. It only took me 5 months. And then I have my Down the Rabbit Hole challenge, which I'm also just lettering each of those prompts as well to get better at lettering. And my weeklies, which I have now been uploading onto YouTube for about 5 months now. So you guys, if you watch the weeklies, will have seen all of these. And then I've got one more week to do before we head into September. I'd picked my Doodle Challenge theme a couple of days before I started to draw my layouts, so I knew that I wanted to tie that in. I knew that I wanted a school, back to school type theme, and I came up with the idea of chalkboards, and then, I don't know, chalkboards and owls, I don't think they're linked in any way, I'm not sure, but in my head, chalkboards led to owls, which led to chalkboards and owls. There's a bit of logic for September. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit wary of doing chalkboards in that the majority of a chalkboard is black, and so I realised quite quickly that I would have to draw a lot of black in my journal, but I am happy to say that the Faber Castell black pen that I've used, which I use every week and I link down below in the description box, has fared really well. The Monster Purple pen that eats through paper, awful. The black pen in the Faber Castell set, really good. So no bleed throughs, very minimal ghosting, which meant that when I drew a heck of a lot of black all over my journal, it was a win for me. I'm not entirely happy with the lettering. I say this every week, you know how I feel about lettering. I definitely think my advice if you're going to do a chalkboard is to make your letters extra big, extra chunky, because when you go and put a black background, it takes away the black outline, so the letters appear smaller. It picks up all the imperfections, so you've been warned. Next to my September cover page, I'm going to have a notes page, which I don't do every month. It's about every other month that I will add a notes page in. I do have other notebooks that I use in my daily life for different planning and just various shopping lists and whatnot. So this notes page tends to be just where I've got those spontaneous thoughts of things that I want to do but don't necessarily have the time right then to do them. So I whack it all down on the notes page, and then throughout the month, if I've got a bit of time, I will come and look at this page and see if there's anything I can get on with or start and try and finish, because that is always the toughest part of any project. Starting it's easy, finishing it, not so much. So I'm going in with a little apple and a little pencil doodle. I will get these up on my website as a printable and a little drawing how-to on how to do sort of pens, apples, owls, all of that stuff. Stay tuned. In a couple of weeks, guys, I will do a video and I will update you on all of the stuff that's going up onto Doodle Day Darlings. So for my next page, I am bringing back the Leo Loves spread. Leo is my 2-year-old son, and I keep a gratitude log every single day. And mostly the gratitude log ends up being all the gushy things about being a mum that I love. And I miss a lot of the gratitude stuff just that I should do for me. So I've split them this month. I'm going to have on the left page Leo Loves, which is just a space to doodle, write all the little things that a 2-year-old does that melts my heart and other people will probably find a bit too mushy. So Leo's going to have a page. I am massively excited that if I do this every month, at the end of 12 months, I'm going to have 12 months of memories, not only for me, but my son has started to really enjoy looking through my journal and pointing out colours. So I don't know, maybe when he's older, he'll look back and he'll either think I'm a crazy mum, or he'll think that I'm really cool for documenting all these lovely moments. I find a gratitude log just for me one of the hardest but most rewarding pages to have in my journal. In that finding something every day isn't necessarily the easiest thing. I do get to some days and sit down and think, I'm not grateful for anything. But by doing it, by forcing myself to see positives, I do find my whole mindset tends to really shift towards being positive in general. And because I've not been happy with how I've had my gratitude log set up the last couple of months, I have felt a little bit more cranky and a little bit more self-doubtful and having more moments of feeling a bit self-pitying. So I'm hoping that bringing it all back and resetting it will really help to lift that back up and find the things that I should be thankful for. And so one of the last pages to set up for September is, of course, the September monthly, which last August I really made my boxes much bigger, took out a lot of the gumph, just focused on the boxes, which worked much better. Still not perfect, still got lots to improve on, but I'm going to carry on doing a very similar thing for September. I've set myself 3 goals last month and I hit 1.5. So that's halfway there. Which means for September, I'm going to bring the goals back. That's going to be on the top right-hand corner. I'm going to set myself 3 goals to try and achieve in September. And if I can beat 1.5, then I'm a winner already. So I've doodled some little owls on my chalkboard to really bring that theme back in. The owls, I think the owls are a mixture of 3 Google images that I found. I found one owl that I really loved, but just it didn't feel right, and then I found a couple more where there was an owl wearing glasses, which I really like the idea of. So I've sort of amalgamated 3 different images to make my own little owls, and I will get these up. You will be able to learn how to doodle these owls if you are particularly interested in drawing cutesy little owls. And I've learnt my lesson from my cover page. I made the writing for this chalkboard much bigger so that when I went in with black pen, it looks much thicker. It's almost like you have to over egg how big it needs to be so that when you put that black background in, it slims down to the size that you originally started off wanting it to be. If you have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you will know that I have always used Faber Castell red line markers in my journal. I love how they react with the Scribbles That Matter journal. They do really, really well, apart from that purple one, say no more. But they are starting to run out. My most favourite light blue pen has run out, and I'm gutted because I don't think Faber Castell just sell 1 pen in that variety. I think you have to buy the whole pack. So I think that's definitely on the horizon. So to counter this, I'm using my Crayola Supertips and just experimenting with colouring in with them as well, whilst I decide when and where I'm going to pull myself together and buy a new set of pens. And finally, the last page in my journal, which is always my most favourite page in my journal, is the Just Doodling a Daily in September Doodle Challenge. Which I am so happy to announce is growing up in the 90s themed. So it's nostalgic, old school, cheesy fun. There are Spice Girls, there are Nickelodeon 90s TV programmes, there are toys, everything. If you're a child of the 90s, you will read it and you'll just know. And if you weren't a child of the 90s, then you have the opportunity for 30 days to become the ultimate child of the 90s. But I'm even more excited, guys, because this month over on my blog I will upload the Just Doodling a Daily in September blog post, which has the prompt photo and lots of little waffle from me about why I love the 90s. But at the bottom of that blog post I will put a free printable which has all 30 days drawn out and ready. So if you're not confident to draw and you're not confident that you could commit to doing 30 days of doodles yourself, you'll be able to print out the entire doodle challenge all drawn in, so all you need to do is just add as much colour as you possibly can. This is a new one for me. I've never done a full completed drawing challenge for you guys, but if you enjoy it and print it and use it, please upload it, tag me in it, share it on Facebook, on Instagram. I would love to see what you do with the printable, and if it's something you guys really love, then maybe for October we'll do it all over again. So that post will be up this Sunday along with my new weekly. I hope you have a fabulous September, guys, and if you like this video, please give it a hearty thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what's going on for you next month, and have a brilliant one, and I will see you all soon.